Damn, sorry I dropped you there. Good evening, everybody. All right, we hope everyone's doing well out there. Welcome to Joel's College of Swing Era Knowledge. Hope everybody's doing well out there. Good to see you. Okay. Good. Tonight is Charleston night. Always good for a nice workout. And tonight we are going to go through some basic fundamental steps for your Charleston. If we have time, we'll do a few more, but we're going to string those basic Charleston moves together for a nice, easy routine you can do every morning or whatnot. Play different tempos, different things. So again, good evening. Joel's College of Swing Era Knowledge. Monday night jazz, Tuesday Charleston, Wednesday Lindy Hop and Jitterbug, Thursday evening swing class from 7 to 8, Fridays shag, Saturday Balboa and Bell swing, Sundays teachers and organizer talk. So tonight we are going to go through the Charleston. Hey Aaron, good to see you out there, man. Hope to see you soon. All right. So we're going to get up and moving. We're going to go through the fundamental, basic 20s Charleston step. Yes, Ellie is super excited to be joining in tonight. If you hear a little screaming in the background, it's all good. Okay, so let's go through basic 20s Charleston and the essential steps and a little routine for you. So as always, I've got my white shoes on so you can see my feet on the dark floor. If you see my pant leg rolled up, that is my left leg, and the other leg is the right. So let me make sure everybody can see my feet out there in Instagram land and Facebook land. Okay, let me tilt this down just a little bit more. All right, basic Charleston essentials. Solo 20s. I'm going to go from the back so you can do this with me. The basic rhythm of 20s Charleston is very simple. Touch, step, touch, step. I'm going to take my right foot forward. I'm going to touch it on the floor. I'm going to bring my right foot back, step on it. I'm going to bring my left foot back, touch it, bring my left foot forward, and step on it. So just the footwork on itself is just a touch and a step, a touch and a step, a touch and a step, a touch, and let me turn you to see from the front, a touch, a step, a touch, a step. Right now I'm just going through the basic rhythm. Don't worry so much about the rest of the stuff yet. So if you'll notice, as I'm doing the touch and the step, my arms are going back and forth as well. So when I start, I go touch, step, touch, step. So when my right foot goes forward, my hands go off to the right. I'm not going to put too much emphasis on that tonight, but I'm going to be basically just going back and forth a little bit with the arms. But what we're going to do today is we're basically going to play with that basic rhythm, touch and step and touch and step. Now, couple key points on the quality of movement on your Charleston. When I was just doing the basic step, I'm just doing the rhythm. Touch, step, touch, step. But when you actually dance it, and typically solo Charleston is done to faster tempos, you definitely want to have a little bit of a pulse in your step, meaning from the arches of the feet, slight bend in the knees, right? So as I do that footwork, I'm going to pulse, 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 pulse. So you can see that little bit of a up and down movement. From the side, you might see the heels a little better, or from the back. Boom. So on the balls of the feet, touch, step, touch, step. Now that's decent quality of movement for a Charleston. And I say decent because what you really want to do is the Charleston is the grandparent of the Lindy Hop. So if you're ever going to really get into authentic Charleston, so watch from the side again, there's a pulse and there's a hop. A pulse and a hop. And it's not like I'm jumping up off the floor. I'm just using the arches of my feet, my calf muscles, to kind of get that little hop off the floor. So now watch the difference from the front. If I do the basic rhythm, or what I'm going to call lazy Charleston, touch, step, touch, step. Now I pulse it, boom, boom, and now I'm going to hop it, boom, boom, boom. Watch that from the back. So I do the basic rhythm, touch, step, a little lazy, pulse it, touch, step, and then hop it. Now you might see that I got this kind of ankle thing going on as I do the step. Don't worry so much about that. Focus on the touch and the step, on the balls of the feet, and naturally, when you hit your feet in or down and touch and step, your ankles will naturally kind of go in and out and have a nice release. So I found over the years that if, for the people, this is me too, like when I first started, I was trying to think about the ankles so much that I kept messing it up by going the wrong way or putting too much emphasis on the ankles. Just let your feet be loose and relaxed as much as possible. And as you work on the ball of your foot for the touch and the step, that ankle twisty thing should happen naturally. Okay, so now let me go through that again so you can kind of see the difference. I'm going to do more than 1 8 count. And again, this is just the basic rhythm we're going to work with. So again, just rhythm, touch, step, right foot forward, left foot back. The rhythm is touch, step. Now I'm going to pulse it with the touch, step, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right foot, left foot, touch, step. And now I'm going to put a hop in there. Touch, step, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right foot, left foot, touch and step, and touch and step. So now you can see the difference when I have that authentic hopping energy versus the pulse. Not wrong, but it has a different feel. And now no pulse and just doing the rhythm. At the end of the day, I mean, you could choose to do any one of those that you want, but you'll feel the difference if you add that hop in there. Now, here's the beauty of tonight's class. So one, those are kind of your essentials as far as the rhythm and what you want to do with your feet. Now I'm going to use this same pattern to give you some real nice and quick Charleston patterns or Charleston figures that you can do. The first one's really easy. It's called a side step. So instead of taking my footwork forward and back, I take it to the side. So I'm still getting that nice pulse in there, or maybe that hop, side, and then back to the basic. So I'm literally just choosing, instead of going forward and back, taking it to the side and side. Let me tilt the Facebook camera up a little bit here, just so you can kind of see the arm movement on this a little bit. I don't want to worry too much about the arms, but I want you to see the difference here. So when I do the basic, my arms are going back and forth. When I go into that side step, I kind of put the other hand on the hip, just get a nice flick of the hand there. So I'm going to tilt Facebook back down again, because tonight we're going to really kind of emphasize the feet a little more than anything. Okay, so here's our first essential move. Very simple to add in. Side step. Basic, side step, side. Rhythm is touch, step, step, step. I'm not changing the rhythm. I'm changing the shape. And touch, step, side step, touch, step. Okay, so side step is our first basic essential movement. All right, then the next one we're going to work on is a quarter turn. And this is really easy, because all I'm going to do is think about on that forward motion on the right foot as it comes forward. Touch, step. I'm going to think about a quarter turn to my left, turning my hips and still having that same rhythm and that same movement. So right foot comes forward, but I go touch, step, quarter turn to the back, touch, step, quarter turn to the side, touch, step, quarter turn front, touch, step. So again, not changing the pattern, not changing the rhythm, but changing the shape. All right, so watch that from the back. So my first quarter turn will be to my left, and then I'll be facing you, then the other wall, and then back to the back of the room. So I do a basic quarter turn, boom. Quarter turn, bring the right hip around. Now turn it there. And the same rhythm with a touch and a step, a touch and a step. Okay, so far we have 3 essential movements. We have the basic Charleston, touch, step, front and back, right and left. Side step, taking the same rhythm, just touching to the side, and then quarter turn. So if you start that quarter turn right away, you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, brings you right back up to the front. So it's a nice, easy thing to do if you're like in the middle of a swing jam and you want to see the, all 4 sides of the room or whatever like that. So it's just a nice, easy way to do the basic Charleston and shaping it differently. Okay, basic, side step, quarter turn. Now we're going to do a step called the turnaround. Now, the quarter turn was using the right foot forward and using that for the turning part of it. So the right foot comes forward on 1, and I do the quarter turn on 1. The turnaround is going to happen on the back end of the basic rhythm. Touch, step, touch, turn around, or 1, 3, 5, 6, 7. So 6 is the money maker here where I'm going to turn around. Check that out. So I'm going to be facing the camera, and I'm going to do a basic touch, step, touch, step. Now I'm going to do a turnaround. Touch, step, touch, turn, step. Right? So now my left foot is in front of me, and I'm ready with that right foot just like always. I do a basic touch, step, touch, step. I'm going to do a turnaround. I'll count it this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I turn on that 6, turn around, all my weight's on my left foot, and I'm ready to do a basic. So watch that from the side. So here I am. I'm going to do a touch, basic, boom. Then I'm going to do a touch, step, touch, turn, step, and basic. Do a turnaround. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and basic. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so now remember, what we're doing tonight is using the essential Charleston rhythm and just changing the shape. I did not change the touch, step rhythm, but I changed what I did with my hips on the back end and turned completely around. So let me do this one more time, because this is where some people have a hard time. When you do a basic, I go touch, step, and my left foot is in front, ready for that right foot to come forward. Now, the reason I bring that up is because, watch, I'm going to do the turnaround. Okay, so watch this. I'm going to stand here. I'm going to do a basic touch, step. My left foot is in front. Okay, so now I'm going to start here. And I'm going to do a turnaround. Touch, step, touch, turn, step. Now, right now, I look exactly like I did before, with my left foot in front of me, ready to go back into that basic step. So what happens a lot when people learn this is they'll go touch, step, turn, and then their right foot comes forward. They get off the timing. They get off the basic rhythm. So this entire time we're going right, left. My mantra for the turnaround, right, left, turn left, back to the basic bop. And the turn again is happening on the 6 if you're counting at home. So right now we have the basic. We have the quarter turns, we have the side step, and we have the turnaround. How are we doing on time? We're doing great, actually. We might get into a few more. All right, so now let's get into, I'm trying to remember what I put in the description. Let me look real quick here. Oh my goodness, so much good stuff.
Any questions?
Okay, any questions out there? As I look at exactly what I said we were going to do tonight. Okay, basic, side step, quarter turn around, push to the front. Excellent movement. Any questions out there? Looking good. So far, so good. All right, so now let's do a movement called push it to the front. Now, front, of course, is a relative term. Right now, you are the front for me, going toward the camera. If I turned around and looked at the back wall, that would be my front, or pushing it to the back, depending on wherever you're facing. If I'm facing there, that's the front, or there. So push it to the front is a relative term. I'm going to do it toward the camera so that you can see the movement, okay? And again, see how I do not change the rhythm of the dance, but I change the shape. Okay, so here I am. I'm going to do a basic. Touch, step, push it to the front, touch, step, touch, step. So I take that movement and I do a touch and a step pushing to the front to you. I turn slightly and I do a touch and a step, again, moving to the front. You don't have to move a lot on this. Watch this from here. So the front is going to be this wall. I'm going to do a basic touch, step, touch, step. Now I push it and I push it. So I don't have to move a lot. There's going to be a little bit of movement, but for the most part, you're just kind of taking that touch step rhythm and keeping a direction to the front, touch step to the front, turn slightly to your right, touch step to the front. Now that's the vanilla basic one. So watch that from the back. Do this with me. So I'm going to do a basic, touch, step, push it to the front, right foot, turn a little, left foot. And now back to the basic. Boom, boom, boom. So I just turn my right foot, front, then I turn slightly to my right, my left foot does a touch step. Okay, again, that's the easy one. Now a nice variation on this, I'm still going to do a push it to the front. But when I do that first movement, when I go here and I go touch, step, I turn my shoulders to the left. Now all my weight is on the ball of my right foot. I'm just going to continue that same counterclockwise rotation and do a push to the front with my left foot. And that has a really nice look to it too. Watch this again. So I do a basic touch, step. Now push it to the front. I push it, turn, push it, and now I'm back to the basic. Watch that from the front here. So I'm going to come to you. I do a basic, and now I push it to you, and I turn a little, push it to you, back to the basic. Right? So again, I'm still doing a push to the front, but now we have a variation on our variation. Right? So we're doing a double push to the front. Excellent. We're having fun out there. Good, good, good. Thanks, Aaron. Okay. So we are doing great on time. And so far we have the basic Charleston. We have the side step. We have the quarter turns. We have the turnaround, and we have a push it to the front. So these would be like, I would say these are your go-to basic essential Charleston steps. Michael Jagger, watching me on Facebook Live. That's a sweet step. Where'd you learn that one? Gee, I don't know. I think I invented that step. Ooh, did I say that? No, I didn't. So back in the day, Mr. Michael Jagger, Vita Arce, and we did some great work with Ryan and Jenny in Los Angeles. And without a doubt, I have to give credit where credit is due. They completely changed the way I think about dance, the way I dance, especially my Charleston. They were the first ones. We did a little Charleston routine for them back when we were auditioning to be in their group, and they watched that Charleston. I think Jenny said that was quaint. Yes, she used the word quaint for my Charleston. And then after that, that's where they taught us like the true energy of a Charleston and the hop and the quality of movement and all these cool steps and variations. So if you're going to be authentic, then really try to get that hop element into your Charleston. It changes the way it feels in your own body, and it changes the way it looks, especially. The pulse is fine. I think in general nowadays, almost everybody just kind of pulses on the floor rather than adding that big energy. Oh, there we go. Lights are good. Yeah. All right, let me put a song on. I want to give a shout out to Dean Mora and Mora's Modern Rhythmists. I'm not going to worry so much about any kind of routine stuff. And oh my goodness, the timing is impeccable. Sing Lim, my friend out in Singapore, I asked about sharing a very, very fun Charleston routine, but I wanted to make sure I had her permission first. So you've heard it right here. Sing. Yes, happy to share. Thank you for asking. Hope you're doing well. Wishing you all the best. So ladies and gentlemen, next week, I was hoping to do it this week, but no big deal. We got a big time difference between here and Singapore. Next week, I'm going to start sharing the Charleston Stroll, which is a super fun routine. But for tonight, let's stick with it. Basic, side step, quarter turns, turnarounds, and the push it to the front. I'm just going to put some music. I'm going to do like a whole bunch in a row. Just follow along with me. And again, thank you, Dean Mora, for the music. Here we go.
Okay, so let's just do the basic. Touch, step. Now I'm going to add that hop. All right, let's do a side step. Back to the basic. All right, now let's do some quarter turns. Turn it. And turn it. Turn it. Turn it. Side step. Basic. Side step. Basic. All right, here we go. Some basics. Push it to the front. Basic. Push it with a turn to the front. Excellent. Basics. Let's do a turn around. Basic. Turn around. Basic. Side step. Basic. Side step. Push it to the front. Basic. Push it. Basic. Side step. Basic. Quarter turn. Side step. Basic. Push it to the front. Yeah, very good. Okay, so again, Charleston is typically done to faster music. If you are sucking wind right now, you got to do more Charleston. Just for the record, that was, I think it was 220 beats per minute. Oh boy, that's kind of quick for some folks. Fast is a relative term, so the more you get out there. Okay, so now as far as like an easy routine goes, obviously utilize the basic step. Put your own flair in the basic. Get your hands going. Do a little raise the roof during it. So just the basic step, you can do some nice fun things. Now, so remember, you have maybe you do 4 basics, and then you do the quarter turn, and as soon as you turn, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 walls to bring you back around. Now, this all depends on the music too, right? So if the music that you're listening to is really upbeat and feels Charleston-y, and it has like a 4/8, 4/8, 4/8 kind of 32 bar feel to it, and if you don't know what that means, sign up for a Zoom private. But there are some Charleston songs that have a 12 bar structure to it. Let me play something for you here real quick. So this is Mora's Modern Rhythmus. This is actually the Charleston. So listen to this. Okay. Okay, so now if you listen to this song, oh, my bad. It's a good one. My bad. Okay. I thought, okay, there was another one. Hold on. I gotta find it. Oh, I just totally messed up live on camera. Does it shake that thing? Oh, this is good because Jagger's still watching. Let's see. Okay, this is the one I was thinking of. Okay, so this is a cool Charleston song. Shake that thing. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2. 3. This is it. 4. 5 and 6. And now 1, 2. Yes, this is the one I was thinking of. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Michael Jagger, you remember So You Think You Can Dance? Shake that thing. I think they put that song over your Charleston. Anyway, we're going way back. Okay, so sorry for my brain got a little wacky there. The Charleston song is a nice like 4/8, 4/8. Shake That Thing is 6/8. Here's the point. When you listen to the music, like the music is going to tell you kind of like how many chunks of 8 you should do. Oh, there we go. Cool. All right, so let's go back to that Shake That Thing song because I like the way it feels and I like the sound of it. And remember, we have 6/8. So what if we did, what if we did a basic and then 4 of the quarter turns, and then, so that'd be 5, and then that last one we do a side step. So you see a really easy routine, if you will, to shake that thing. So here, let's put that on, and then watch that from the front, and then we'll do it together from the back. So all I'm doing is 1 basic, 4 quarter turns, because we work that movement, and then the side step at the end for to finish off that phrasing. Okay, so we're going to do 1 basic. Now 4 quarter turns. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now side step. And now the phrase. Okay. So now a really simple version of like a Charleston routine you can do if you're going to use Shake That Thing. Oh yes, Michael Jagger's still chiming in. He's still with us, believe it or not. I thought he'd just like pop in, be a troll, and leave. No, just kidding. Michael says, Avita and I actually use Vince Giordano's version from the Aviator soundtrack. Hey, how about that? Shout out to Vince Giordano out there. But once again, thank you, Dean Mora, for letting me use your music. So I wanted to give you a really simple routine. So the movement we have our basic. We did our 4 quarter turns, so that's 5 8 counts. And then that last 8 count, we're going to do something different. So the first one we did a side step. Remember, we have a push it to the front. So let's do this. Let's kind of repeat this pattern. Again, easy Charleston routine. So as soon as I bring it back to the front, I do a side step. I'm going to do a basic, 4 quarter turns, and then I'm going to do a push it to the front, and that'll give it a different look. All right, let's do this one. I'll face the back so you can do this with me. So remember, here's our easy routine. And this is to, again, shake that thing 6 8 counts, and you can modify this, right? So if you have a 4 8 count thing, then you can just switch things up a little bit or create a pattern for yourself using these simple steps. So we're going to do a basic, 4 quarter turns, side step, basic, 4 quarter turns, push it to the front. Here we go. All right. Basic. Quarter turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Side step. Easy routine. Basics. Quarter turn, quarter, push it to the front, basics, quarter turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, side step, basic, quarter turn, now push it to the front. Yes, very good. Woo! Man, that song is so good. Good stuff. It's nice to get up and move and groove a little bit. So homework, go out and get Shake Your Thing, Vince Giordano's version from the Aviator soundtrack. Dean Mora has a version of it as well. I'm sure there's a lot of versions out there. Shake That Thing. Again, just because of the structure of this particular music. Aaron, I did it. Great. So this particular version, or this structure had those 6 8s. And again, listen to a song and try to hear where those changes happen. And then how can you use these basic elements, these basic steps to make it happen? Now, the only one we didn't put in there now is the turnaround. And so now let's go back to, I'm going to go back to that other song with the 4/8 count. So now I'm going to do this because I like this pattern a lot. So I'm going to do a basic, a turnaround, a basic, no, actually, I'm going to do a basic, push it to the front, basic, push it to the front. All right, then I'm going to do a basic, no, I'm sorry. I'm like making things up as I go along. I'm going to do a basic, push it to the front, basic, and a turnaround. And here's the reason. I'm going to do it this way so you can see it because I'm going to move a little bit with this. So I'm going to start over here, over here. I'm going to do a basic and then a turnaround. All right, let me work this out with you because I'm going to like do it while I'm doing it. Okay, so I'm going to do a basic over on this side. So I'm going to do a basic, then I'm going to push it to the front. I'm really going to move it. Push it to the front, basic, 3. And then the fourth one, I'm going to do the turnaround. Touch, step, touch, turn around. Now I'm going to work back where I came from. Basic, push it to the front, push it to the front, basic, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 4, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay, yeah, so you can see how I got that traveling movement. So I'm going to do a basic, a push it to the front, a basic, and a turn around. Again, easy routine. And this is going to be 4 8 counts. Basic, push it to the front with a little bit of extra travel. Basic, turn around. That gives me going the other way. I'm going to repeat that pattern. Easy Charleston routine. Basic, push it to the front. Basic, turn around. Okay, so again, you'll see how this fits nice with the music as well. All right, here we go. Push it, basic, turn around, basic, push it, basic, and turn around. And now I'm ready to repeat that. Okay, let's do that from this angle. So I'm going to turn around, basic, push it, basic, turn around, basic, push it, basic, turn around, and now you're back to your basic. So again, I want to give you these really, really, really simple, thanks Jagger, get it together. Okay, so let's get the mic off. I wanted to give you some really, really kind of simple, I know simple is a relative term, right? So if you're just starting Charleston, I know a lot of this stuff, especially the way it might be streaming, maybe the music isn't syncing up with my feet. That's the feedback I had on using faster tempos. So I hope it was okay for you. But again, just utilizing these basic essential steps, your basic Charleston pattern, touch, step, touch, step. We created a side step. We then did quarter turns. We did a push it to the front, and we did some turnarounds. So those are 5 basic essential steps, but you can see we can change the direction, change the orientation. You can come up with some really nice, easy little Charleston sequences to put into your dancing. Now, with that said, there are tons and tons and tons of other Charleston figures. And we're going to get into some of those next week when I start sharing the Charleston stroll with you, and that'll be super fun. I think I can break it down in 2 half-hour chunks. We'll see. I'll figure that out, and I'll start promoting this for next week's Tuesday night College of Swing Era Knowledge, where we focus on the Charleston. I hope you enjoyed tonight. I hope everyone's safe out there. And so again, Monday nights, jazz. Tuesday, Charleston. Wednesday, Lindy Hop and Jitterbug. Thursday is Thursday evening swing, 7 to 8 o'clock lesson here in Spokane, live via Facebook. Friday, shag stuff. Saturday, Balboa and Bal swing concepts. Sunday, teacher and organizer chats. All of this stuff stays up live, I believe, on the Facebook land, but I also bring it to my Retro Rhythm YouTube channel. So go ahead and check that out. And if this video this evening inspired you in any way, got you up off the couch,
got you thinking about some steps, please consider donating. Even $1 or $2 really helps us out. Think about any other class you would normally take for an hour. How much would you spend on that? Maybe 10, maybe 15, maybe $8 in your hometown. So gave you a 35-minute less, 30-minute, let's call it that. So cut your normal class price in half and click that donate button and send it our way. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed tonight. As always, night, night, crazy about you.